Good morning. I am here to ask the people that are here or the person that is here, which one of these, number one or number two, would be good as a logo. I'm just curious. Would you like number one or would you like number two? Because I love them both, but I have a feeling that I might like this one better. I don't know. I'm kind of in between of picking which one out. So if you want to help me, comment under this video, say either number one or number two. Right now I have number one on, but on the picture part of my channel here, but I'll change it if we pick number two. But right here, one or two. We'll figure it out and then I'll see which one to go with. So today I thought for sure that I just have a video, so I just want to play. I don't know if I have to get into, no, I don't have to get into my little toolbox. So I can put my iPad up there and I can put the sound down on low and just kind of play with clay. And today what I want to do is make faces. I want to try to make faces. So what I did is I went into my scrap binder. I have a scrap clay binder and I'll show you that, guys, later. Excuse me for the sniffles because I know I hate people sniffling in videos and up close to the camera, but I work in a preschool. It's kind of hard. Let me see if I can get, I might be able to have my microphone. Hold on. Okay, now I'm back. I hope that this sounds okay, and I hope that you can hear me. If you can't, well, I won't post this video. Or I'll do a voiceover. One of the two. Oh, I wonder if I could hook it right there. Let's hold and see if I can put it right close to my phone. Hold on. Okay, guys, let's see if this works. I have my microphone. I might have to take a picture with my iPad, but I have my microphone on my whole setup. Let's see if this works, okay? So I have ideas with faces here. I ended up printing some out just so I could remember because, you know, with an autoimmune disease, you don't remember much. And I wanted to just work on doing faces. So that's what we're going to do here. I ended up getting a new Atlas 150. I think I told you guys this. And that's why I am so into wanting to play with clay, because it massages my hands and it makes them, you know, it makes them feel really good. I just have to find my roller, which I have in a little toolbox here that my husband got me from Harbor Freight. He's so funny. Whoops, that's a little red on there. I didn't want that, but that's okay. We're going to condition this clay. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to condition it and then I'll be back. I don't want you guys to have to sit through probably going to be like 20 minutes of conditioning because this was in a binder. It's been in the binder for a long time. And I just need to condition it. This stuff is already conditioned because it's, you know, pliable or plausible or whatever they call it. This stuff has to be conditioned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to condition and then we'll be right back. Excuse me. Okay, I think we're back. I think I've done enough conditioning to this beige color. The way I am going to measure out, I want to see just how big I want my faces. If you have coffee, please sip on it. Mm. Mine's delicious. I hope yours is delicious too. Um, let's see here. I want to make a few things. I have an idea for I have a baby right here. I want to get two of these babies out. I have an idea for this year's Christmas ornament, and I really, really, really want to work on it and perfect it and make it look beautiful because that's who I am. So I usually use some cornstarch, which is off to the side in a dish for my cutters. And of course, that one has a little too much cornstarch in it, so we gotta kind of be a little rough. I want to do two of these little babies. Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh. I might have to put you guys down closer, but I have an idea here that I am going to work on for a Christmas ornament. Just because that's who I am. Sorry if I hit my microphone, but look at these two little babies. And then if I can, I'm gonna make like a little, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but I'll make like a little thin, diaper or something to put on there. So there's that. And then let's pick these up, put them on this tile because what you're gonna want to do is go around and get the extra clay. Sometimes it's good to do it with just your little brush. So I am gonna let you guys know that I have been playing with clay. Oh my gosh. I think it's the last, I don't even remember when I started. I started like a long time ago. 7, maybe. No, I think it's been longer than that now. I think it's maybe 10 years. And I took 1 year off which was last year, because I couldn't use my hands at all. I have arthritis and I just couldn't do anything with my hands. I have an autoimmune condition. I have a couple, I think. And one of them's not considered autoimmune. It's fibromyalgia. The other one is I'm being treated. It's not a complete diagnosis yet, but I'm being treated for lupus. And of course, my body goes through everything with lupus, and my rheumatologist is like, "Oh no, that's not lupus." I'm like, "Yeah, actually, I think it is, dude." But anyway, and I have full body osteoarthritis because the rheumatoid arthritis does not show up in my blood work. But if you look at it, my son was diagnosed with RA. So it might not show up in my blood work, but I believe I do have it because my son has it. Anyway, doctors. Look at those two cute little babies. They're so cute. Okay, so that's part of the idea that I have. The other part, I like to measure my clay that I'm going to use with a couple of circle cutters, and I want to find out just how big I want them. I think this is going to be a little kid cutter, and I think this is going to be the mom and dad cutter, okay? Because we're going to have to put them in circles. Mom, dad, little kid. Excuse me but I don't want their faces flat like this, right? I kind of want them Well, I kind of want them in balls, I guess. So I want to say that this might work. I don't know. Like I said, we're going to practice faces for these. There's the ball for that one. Might have to use them in this big, even the children's. I don't know. I also have a bigger one that I could use, maybe. I mean, that's bigger, I guess. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Mom, dad, child. That might work out. I need to find my needle tool, which is in the top of my, right here. This one, and I could probably use that one. Sorry for the banging of stuff. Okay, so what I want to do, where did I put my, jeez. Oh, I have right here acrylic blocks because I kind of want to flatten them down a little bit, but I don't want them completely flat. So we're going to do maybe like this. Okay. I like that. It's not completely flat, but it's, and then this, maybe just kind of like that. Whoops. And then we can put eyes in there. I want to be able to put a hat on here too, so that's why I went like halfway and came down. So I can do, ouch. Oh, I'm gonna lose stuff over here. I guess I do need my my tools out in the public here. That's too big, I think. These might be, oh, this might be perfect size. So we'll have an eye here and an eye here. Okay. And then we'll put this in the middle. We're going to come up this way, come up that way. I think that might be good. I kind of want to do, oh, I did it with that, but I kind of want to put, yeah, I want it smoother, kind of like what the eye sockets are like, a little bit smoother than, I think that's okay. What do you guys think? Let me put this up closer. Is that okay? Does that look like a... Hopefully it doesn't look bad. Hopefully it looks all right. Okay. So we're going to do that with this one. Like I said, excuse me for the sniffles. Ugh. Kids are sick constantly. They always have runny noses. Let me tell you. It is terrible, but I love my job. Halfway, let's come down so it looks like we're making a face and not like, I don't know, ripples. I don't want ripples. Okay. We have this. We have an eye here and an eye here. And then let's do this whole, yeah, we'll do this one again. Start right here, go up, start right here, go up. That might look a little bit better than the last one. Actually, I think it does. But anyway, that's Mom. This is Dad. We're going to have to put noses on them now. The mom is actually up a little bit more than the dad, but that's okay. There's that. Let's work on the child. Which, a little more flat, but that's okay. We're going to do, like I said, from here down. We'll do smaller eyes because, you know, it's a child. Eye. And then we're going to go here, 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 and here. Oh my God, that's so cute. I love that. Oh, look at how cute. Okay, so now I don't have any of my darker clay out for eyes. I do have my scrap drawer, my open clay drawer. So we're going to do a little bit of black here. We're going to condition that, maybe. Just going to use a little bit, not a lot. Let's just do... Or should I do white with a very small black? Gosh, I don't know. And then, of course, the little babies. We have those there, too. There's Mom, there's Dad, there's one little, and then there's little babies, because this is who I don't know. This might come out good. We'll see. And then we're going to use... I wonder if I should use the white and just use this little black as, I don't know. What does that paper look like? I can't find it now that I put it somewhere. Oh, they don't even have eyes. Okay. So, let's make little noses too. We're going to do... No. Now I'm going to be like, I got it in there. I can't get it out. There. I don't know what to do with that. Let's make little noses. This is this is the stuff that I need to practice, because I don't know how I really want my faces to look. Because this is stuff that I've not done. Like, that's too big of a nose for either one of those. Excuse me, cut it down. I like that. Mom needs a smaller nose because, you know, moms have smaller attributes about them. There's that. And then the little kid nose. Is still too big, probably. A little bit. Let's take a little bit off. I hope you guys can see this well. I could also go down a little closer and you guys can see it even better. There's that. Okay. I think I like that. I'm not sure about the eyes. I just might do the black. But it might look a little, I don't know. Okay. So this is what practicing does and what you should practice with, because then you'll know. This is the idea. This is where I got the idea from. Was this Pinterest? I printed it out. They don't have eyes. They just made little, which I think I might like that better, but I don't know. I need my own way and what it looks like. So this is what I'm trying to do. Okay. I have my little wreath here. And of course, this family just had little identical twin girls. Right? So we'll do this. Then we'll put mom and dad off to the side there. And then they're going to have little name plates, or actually mom go there, dad can go here. My idea is to have a star here and then have little name plates, dad, mom, baby, and it won't say baby, it'll say their names. That's my idea. Okay. And then putting on like candy canes and stuff like that. I think that's an amazing idea, but I have to practice a face because these faces, although they look kind of good, it's like, what? Yeah. And I think, once I get the right color green as well, because I don't know if I like this green. I was using my scrap clay just to play one day. Whoops, sorry, I'm not in the thing. And this is what I'm coming up with. So let's see about making a different face. Okay, because I don't know if I like these faces. Excuse me. My goodness. So I've noticed with fibro, that I have, it runs down the back of my throat. What is that called? Postnasal drip. And at night when I wake up, or once I wake up, I'm choking on all the stuff that dries in the back of my throat. It's disgusting, but it is what it is. Let's see if we like to do la 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 la. We do this. Do we like these kind of eyes better? Then I can form the face. That could be good, it could be good, but do I want to do that, or do I want to simply make everything flat? I don't really think I want anything flat, honestly. But I can go like this. Yes, you have to make those noises. And then go up and over, up and over. I do kind of like it flat like that, but I don't really want a flat ornament. That's my problem. I don't want a flat ornament. And then you put a nose in there like that. I guess that could be okay, but no. I want it like these right here. I want it like that. I'm going to put you guys out a little bit more because this is how I want it. I'm not sure about the eyes. I might get white clay and put them in as eyes and then use the black for a little bit of contrast and have them, you know, maybe have the parents looking down, have the little one here looking up. I don't know. But this is a design that I've been thinking about for a while. I figured on this channel too, we're going to make beads. I love making beads. I love making beads. But I hate making jewelry because it never sells. But if I can make the beads or even oddball earrings that like nobody else makes, maybe I can do that. Make charm earrings, you know, have a donut or a cookie and kind of make them better. These are my very first ones I've ever made. Or do, you know, something just Christmas ornament stuff. That's where I was going to go with my clay, was just doing a part-time, you know, Christmas ornament stuff. So far I like this. I think I do like this. So what we're going to do, granted, I played a little bit with some black. Oh, I have some scrap white I can play with. I love scrap clay. I just do. It works so well. Granted, sometimes it has a little, you know, hair and two in it, but okay, let's do that with mom and dad, and then we'll maybe like push them in there a bit. Because right now it looks like it might be a little bit of a bulged eye zombie. That's probably too much that I just put in there, but I want it smaller because everything, just women are smaller in general. All our features are smaller. So there's that one. We're going to take this one out because it was too big. Okay. That might be too small. We'll put it in the little kid's eye. It's, again, small, but it'll work. Because we're going to push, I think we're going to push them in more so they don't look like they're bulged-eyed zombies. Little kid eyeball, it might be a little bit big, but it might not now. It might be too small. And that's okay too. So now we're going to take this, push that in, push that in. There's that. A little sculpting hurts nobody. So there's the white. One eye's bigger than the other. Oh gosh. Okay. But that's okay. We're practicing, right? And then we're going to take just a tiny bit of black. Very little circles. I hope. Actually, I can take it. Let's make it flat with my pasta machine here. Or even flatter than that. I'm going on a number 9 on my pasta machine. That way it'll be flatter. Okay. Thinner. Definitely thinner. And then we'll take one of these things. Maybe a small brown. Oh, it's not coming out though. It's probably too small. Where's my needle? My needle tool. Okay. One. I think the first cane we're going to end up making is going to be a rose cane because I love roses. There's that. Oh yeah, I think that's definitely going to be a good thing here. The bigger brown is small, blue is probably smaller. Kind of, well, brown's a little bit bigger. Let's just use this. I'm gonna do this. There's that. One might be too small. The big adult eyes, this might be too small. But we're gonna see. Maybe. Ooh! My hands sometimes do what they want. Oh god, now they're gonna look cross-eyed, I think. Oh man, like really? But that's why we practice, right? So that way we can get it the way we truly want it. And then we can go like this with the eyes, maybe. Mom should have some eyelashes. I'm not too sure if I can actually do that. Oh, look at that. Okay. See, yeah, that's how I wanted it. I wanted it so they were looking down, not so it was right in the middle. Oh well, we're gonna leave it like that. But this is how I wanted it, so they were looking down. Okay, so that's that for now. We're gonna do eyelashes for Mom. Very tiny. Hopefully here. Oh, we should have done the eyelashes before we put the eyes in, because then we could overlap. That would have been perfect, actually. Oh, goodness. Okay, no eyelashes yet, because that's going to make me mad, and I don't want to do that. So there's that. So far, so good, I think. And all I'm doing right now is using all my scrap clay. I'm just playing with scrap clay because I want to get my idea out there before I just kind of refine it. You know what I mean? And because I have that, I mean, I just could even probably leave the babies like that. But at the same time, I think, oh, I have red scrap clay here. We can go thinner on a number 9. Well, I don't know if I want 9. 9 is really thin. Let's start out with a 7 on my pasta machine, which is super thin still, but not half as thin as a 9. Okay, and there is glitter in this here, and I want to make it a little triangle. So we have punches for that. Triangles, just a small triangle. Okay. And then we're going to take these, put them side by side the way I want them. We're using red because why not? It's a Christmas ornament, right? So we're going to do very little. Oh, come on. Let's put this on. Okay. Because babies don't need to be, you know, naked. We're going to do this. And then hopefully, yeah, look at that. Okay. It's kind of like that. Then there's another smaller one here. There. They got little babies on. I think that's cute. And then what I'm going to do is, and it's like Christmas diapers. I think that's cute. Okay, so then I have, what I was going to do is I was going to bake these first and then put them on, but I think because we're just playing right now, I really just want to just put them on, see what everything's going to look like. This is going to be a name tag. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want it thicker than a 7, so it's going to be a 3 for now. Okay. This is dirty, which is totally fine. I'm going, like, we're practicing here, right? So, we want maybe a small rectangle. It might even have to be cut in half, but that's okay. 1, 2. For now, we'll cut them. And when you give them, they'll be personalized after everything's baked. So I'm gonna need, I want them to try to be the same size. That's funny. Okay, so we've got baby 1, right? We've got this bigger kid. We've got baby 2. Might have to. All right, we got mom. Baby 2, dad first. Mom, dad, baby 2. It won't let me put that down for some reason. There. We've got that so we can personalize them. Now, we need some hats or something, right? Maybe even some hair. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Those are done. Let's do, well, oh my goodness, I'm stuck. How about we do red hats because the babies have red diapers? We could do that too. But what we're going to do, these are not baked. I just made them the other day. We're going to put some of these in here too. Maybe right here next to the 1 baby. 2 baby. Okay, and then we got one here. I'm going to put it the same way as that one. And we're going to have one here. And then we have some holly leaves that I made. I think they're gorgeous. This is probably not the right color for them, but I think they're pretty. Oh, we can even stick that one there. If we make the holly leaves darker than the wreath, that might be best. Like, this is all scrap clay, like I've said before, but I'm kind of thinking that this is how I want to do it. I need to get some yellow and blue so I can put some yellow and blue Christmas bulbs around too. So now I want to do a 3-part up here with mom and dad. Whoops. So it's kind of like off their heads. There. And then if we do end up doing hair or hats, which I think I want to do. Oh my god, this looks so good. This looks actually really good. We're going to do some of this color and this color for some Christmas bulbs. Because we can do, I know I'm now getting into it and I want to make personalized things like this for Christmas. I really do. And you know the funny thing is, I hate Christmas. I do. I hate Christmas with a passion. But if I can make stuff like this and it will bring back the Christmas spirit for me, yay! If not, well, okay, I get it. So what I want to do, actually, I'm going to condition these 2 colors and then I'll be back. Okay, welcome back. I have 2 cookie cutters here that I can make bulbs with. I don't know if I think I want to do the round, but I also think I want to do this little one here. And then once you bake this, which I will bake this after I'm done, and we'll come back and we'll put paint where we need to put paint. I'm kind of thinking something like this. Most anywhere where it will fit. There's the bulb. But then the bulbs should be like that. I don't know. You guys, I thank you for being here for problem solving this with me. I think this is coming out super cute. I want some coloring down here. I don't want the round one though, but I might want like this here. Maybe this one here. Okay. Maybe we can do the 2 round ones there. They might be too big in that spot, but they might be just right in that spot too. That's the thing. Because then once you bake these, you can put the silver on top of it. Now this is where I like to try to get the cookie cutter down in there a bit. But see, that's going to be too big, I think. So we're going to stick with the small ones. Okay. So I'm going to put this through again. Yeah, I think the small ones will have to work because there's a lot on here already. And I need a big star. So here we are. A little bit of different colors for putting on here instead of just red and, red and green. You still have like Christmas color lights that people use. You can even put it next to that right there. Some people like white lights. I actually call them kind of I look at them as kind of a gold light because it's, yeah. I think I want to put Santa hats on them. I do. We're going to take this red clay. We're going to make like I think it's like a pendant thing. Small, but I love this setup because this is so huge. I have like, this table is huge. I need a sip of coffee. Oh. Actually, nope, we're still going to go with what my idea is. We're going to do, first we're going to make mom and dad, okay? That's a little too short, isn't it? So we're going to go like this. Flatten it out. I don't know. Probably not. Okay. We're going to still do whatever we're going to do. Okay. I have, I don't know. I have so many ideas. I think I have a cookie cutter hat that I could put on here. These are 3D printed, cutters for polymer clay. They could be 3D printed colors or cutters for cookies as well, but I used them for my clay, so they're for my clay now. Right here is a hat, but that's too big. Okay. I don't know if I have a small hat. I might, but it might be too small because, it's... I do not have a small hat. I do have, on the other hand, a kind of a gnome hat, right? Oh, that's the gnome itself. I got dog hair everywhere in this place. Okay. Wonder why. I have 2 dogs. This is a gnome hat. This might look good on a little here. Okay. We're going to try that. And then we might be able to do it on mom and dad as well. All right. So we're going to go back to a 0 on my pasta machine, which is the thickest setting on my machine. I'm going to do this one. We're going to try 2 little itty bitty babies. I don't know. Might be able to find something for a hat for them. But I'm not positive. Sheesh. This is so funny because I throw things everywhere. Like, I have places for everything. I swear. But when I'm working with them, I just throw them down. Okay, so then I'm going to go through and try to get the extras down or off. This poor blade is so bent. Oh well. We're going to do this little hat for one little. We're going to point this hat towards this way. What I want to do is take that, but then we're going to have to take a little piece. I'll have to do this with Mom and Dad too, I think. A little piece for the brim. Actually, it might just be white for the brim. That would be perfect, actually. Designing is not my forte, per se. It is, however, when I have people in mind. It's funny because I can design as long as I know I can design for somebody. Now I know I just played with white. Red clay. I know that's going to be a issue, but we're just designing right now. We're just getting our thoughts into this thing, right? There's that, and then we can go this. That. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to do a silver star or just a yellow star. That's going to be too big, which is okay because I'd rather stretch the clay if it's too small than have it be way too big. And I didn't have to stretch anything. But what I'm going to do here, we're going to tuck this down in. And then we're going to just put little dots all over the white because it is a little Santa hat, right? And that shows that it could be like a cotton. And then we have these little itty bitty ball that we're going to put on the hat. Actually, it's not really little itty bitty. There. I think that just came out really cute. Okay, so there's that. I wish I could do just the littles, just littles. Ooh, maybe I could. But I'd have to have this go this way. So Mom's tag can say Mom. Oh, nope, we're not doing it for the littles. Just for this little. Okay, now Mom and Dad need a bigger hat. So we're going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to make it a different, it's going to be a red hat, but it's going to be different, I think. I wish I could do. Oh, I might have a bigger hat cutter that might be too big, but I could cut down, right? I mean, I could try to cut down. If I can find it in here. Oh, it might not be in here. Come on, where is the... It might be in my larger one. I have small, medium, and large. I've like, this is like a larger cutter, you know. And I could also do like a Christmas tree, but I was thinking of doing like a big Christmas tree with little faces like that. Okay, so, oh, we do have a little hat here, which is too big, but we can cut it down. But I want to make the hat look like the little one. So where is it? Like, where is my big gnome? Know me. Here's the gnome body. I just need the hat. That's not the hat. That's a hat to a different gnome. Although, what, like... come on. Are you sure? That's the beard. That's Santa. A different gnome. Where is that beard or hat? Can't be in here. These are all small things here. Medium. Oh my goodness. It's gotta be in this one somewhere. That's a different hat. I'm looking for the... If I can't find it, then we will just... It's right here. Right here. And that's actually too big, but okay. So we need a different plan for the parent hats. What we're gonna do, we might even just take, okay, let's go a little thinner with this one, only to a number 3 with the red, because we're gonna make this hats for the parents, and they're gonna be red, and they're gonna be cut in half. Okay. Dad can have the bigger hat. We're gonna go around the head, and then we're gonna do the same with the mama. Go around the head. And then we're gonna do the white like we did for the baby, the little one. So then we can go like this. Turn this over because, you know, it's got a piece of hair in it, but that's okay. There's that. And then we'll put this one here for the mama. Because then they're almost just like the little one on the bottom. And then we're going to do little pom-poms on top of their heads. just like so. There. We're gonna do that way it'll stick on there better. Kind of not necessarily flat, but you know, just to get it stuck on there. And then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Granted, their eyes are going to have to be different, but we need to get a star. And I don't have any yellow. So, we're going to have to use some scrap clay. And I have yellow in there. Nice. This is how I keep my scrap clay. Let me get you out a little bit farther. Oh, nope, that's in. Okay. So this is, all my scrap clay is in a binder right here. I just have it in a binder. And what I did is I put page protectors. And yeah, it gets older. It is older, but it's not too old. It's pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this yellow. We're going to get one of our star cookie cutters here. I really want to see, that's too big. So this one probably is just right. There's that. Okay. I know this should be conditioned. I just took it out of my binder, but that's okay. So what we're going to do now is put this star right up here on the top in between everything. And that's where you're going to write the date, 2026. And then right here, you're going to write dad, mom, baby, baby, baby. Yay. I actually think I want to put some of these in here. I'm definitely going to add different colors. Because this color, I don't like this color. It's just a scrap green that I had that I was playing with. But, you know, it's one of those things. We can put holly berries right in between here to make it look a bit more like a... and I have cookie cutter holly that I could cut out. I can make these huge, really. I can make them really big. But I think this little personal is perfect. I mean, I have to fix the circles here. Make them look like circles, maybe. I don't know. But hopefully, something like that. What do you guys think? You think that's pretty cool? I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. I'm going to bake this like this, and then later on, I'll show you how we're going to put... actually, we could even fix it to where we put the hole in here. Put some thread through maybe before we bake it, because we can bake it with everything on here. I don't want it to be like the star holding up everything. That's my only issue. Because that's... I mean, I guess it could have a little hole in the star just to hold up with a... But I'm thinking brown. It's going to be too... I think that might be too big. I don't want to have anything be like breaking. You know what I mean? I don't want things to break. So we might just go with a small and put ribbon through. Brown is too small, but yet too big. Green might be just right for the metal part. I just want to make sure I don't have any, like, yeah, clay in here. Take that out if I can. Okay. There. Oh, dum dum. There, that cleaned it right out. Okay. So maybe we'll just do this, because that's still big, and I could put a jump ring through that, I guess. But it will be right on here really well. There. How's that, you guys? I think that's kind of cool for my first time. I don't really particularly like the faces yet, but I'm going to have to figure that part out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake this, see how it turns out, and then we're going to come back and probably we'll look at it and see how it came out. And if it came out really great, then great. If not, well, then we'll have to figure out different colors, because I have a feeling this is like a whole bunch of greens put together, and that's what all this green is. So I'm not sure how these are going to look after they're baked. So I'm going to go do that, and then we'll be back for a later video. Bye for now. Okay, guys, now that this is out of the oven, I took it off my tile that it was on. I baked it on this tile. I put foil over tenting the ornament, and I think this came out really nice. I think I do want to make the holly leaves a different color, because it kind of just blends in with the background, and I don't want it to blend in with the background, but your eyes do go all the way around. You look at everything all the way around this ornament, which is really nice. Now, the thing that I was going to do with you after it was baked, this, mind you, is just a prototype, okay? I'm practicing with this one. I wanted to make sure that the colors would come out good. I love this peacock. I just love peacock. And I could get more of these made probably by themselves. And then more of these candy canes made, and some different holly leaves, so that way all I have to do when stuff like this comes out and make maybe a little plate is just glue it onto the wreath, because if I get like massive orders to where people might want these, that would be helpful, right? My faces are going to be a little bit different. They're like a little old style faces, I think. But the eyes are all screwed up, you know, I could fix the eyes. So this is what we're going to do. This is the prototype, but I'm going to use my Sharpie and write on their tags, Dad, Mom. Hopefully the people that I made this in mind of, this prototype in mind of, don't see this video, because I want to be able to give this to them for Christmas. Not this one. I want to make another one, because this is just my prototype, but this is my idea. Okay? There, I think that came out really nice, actually. And then we'll use a bigger nib for the star, which we're going to do probably the smaller one would have been a lot easier, because yeah, it would have, I mean, let's do the smaller right underneath and see. Probably would have came out better. Yeah. So now I know just use the smaller one, but make it big, you know? That's how it's going to be. I think this is the cutest thing ever. And I do have to fix the diapers because the red should go, down all the way. But that's not a big deal. That's so cute. Oh my God, it came out so cute. So, like I said, this is my prototype. And then I did think about hanging it right from the star. Granted, it's a little heavy, but it's not overly heavy. You know what I mean? All right, guys, that was amazing. I'm going to figure out what kind of colors I'm going to make. I don't know what kind of color I want to do. I might do a Skinner blend for the holly leaves. I don't know, but I have a while to check into it. I'm going to show my husband this and he's going to be like, "Oh my God, that's such a good idea." And I might do it for my other stepson and his wife, but right now they only have one child. So they want more, or she wants more. I don't know. He wants more too, but yeah. This family, I think, is done with the ones that they have. So that's why I was like, "Oh, I'll get them first." I usually wait until they're done and then put stuff on, but I think that's going to be beautiful. And then after, what you want to do is, because these are, it's a permanent marker, but it might rub off over time. And I want to put some blush on their faces before I bake them next time, because a little bit of blush all over the place would be great. It would make more dimension. And then if I did like, maybe even if I did a green leaf with a white vein. I don't know. I have to look at holly leaves. Some of them are white on the outside of them, so I could even do that. We'll have to wait and see. I'll have to just check it out, but this is the best idea I think I've come up with in a long time. And I can't wait because it's going to be the best Christmas present for them next year, or this year, I should say. And I do like this. I think it's sunrise yellow. So I'm going to have to make a list of clay that I need to buy to make these kind of things, because yeah, like I said, I could make all these, I could make moms and dads and children, but I can also do, and babies if they have a baby, but I could make the candy canes ahead of time. I could make the leaves, the bulbs here ahead of time, which these bulbs, actually, tell you the truth, I need silver. I think I have a silver actually right here. The more detail, I like detail. If I just kind of brush it on here. Oh, this nib's getting ready to fall out. Don't fall out on me. I'm just kind of... Come on, don't fall out. I mean, I can go through with more detail. And I can even just put like a silver clay on one side and cut them that way too. But yeah. And right now I have a spray. I think I have a spray thing that I can spray this with. So everything's like held right there. So now I know. I mean, I could use this big nib for the 2026, but I do like the smaller nib better. And then I can do probably anyone's name. As long as you write small, you could probably get anyone's name on you know, a plaque type thing. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It came out really good. I can actually make babies ahead of time too if I wanted. I think that's so cool. 2026 is definitely a better year this year. And this will be, I definitely have to do something different with the holly leaves. I could even take holly leaves and make the holly leaves into a wreath because I have, if I look in here, I have stuff like snowflakes I could make. I could cut a snowflake out in the middle, or, I can even do like a gingerbread family if I wanted. This is really good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go find my spray. I do believe I have spray that I can spray this with. And then when that's dry, I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. The spray, actually, what it's going to do, it's going to make everything pop. Whatever's in the clay will pop right out. So like the glitter that's in here and in the hats, that'll pop out. So yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, so this is an extremely good reason why you need a prototype, because the marker probably wasn't completely dry and all the names just kind of ran. So, note to self, wait until everything's completely dry before you try to spray it, because you want to show it, right? But after it's sprayed, look how it's going to look. It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to look good on a tree, I do believe. It's going to look very good on a tree. So, prototype is finished, and I'm going to make definitely a brand new one. I'm going to see how I can if I can make my own holly leaves. I might use a Skinner blend to do that, just to see. But I have to do a little research just to kind of, see what I can do, see what kind of stuff is out there for holly leaves. I know there's a green in the middle and then a white on the outside, but I don't know if the veins are white or if they're green. So, well, it's just something that we'll have to look into. Look at that. That's going to be a gorgeous Christmas present. Once I get down the type of pen to use, I think it's going to be amazing. And you know what? Just kind of really looking at this, you might not even have to spray it to finish it off. Because you really don't want it to stick to a tree, right? I mean, this could get sticky after a while. But you don't really have to spray it. You can always just leave it. Because there's not really anything on there that would have worn off except for the names and the date. But that'll have to figure that on my own. I might even be able to I have letters for polymer clay that I can just push into it. So I might be able to do that too. And then take a black marker and just kind of make it an older name tag and just kind of have the black go in where you're stamping it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I said, we'll have to play with it. This is the perfect size though, because this is the perfect size for the tree. Absolutely, I think. Yep. So that's what we played with. That's what we made today. And I'm thanking you for being here with me, and give me your inputs on it. Does it really need to be sprayed? Probably not. And I could probably make all these little doohickeys, all the lights and stuff, in one batch, and then go through with E6000 and just put glue on everything and glue it on the wreath. I could do that too. But I mean, honestly, baking it on there, it makes it, I think it makes it adhere a little bit harder, possibly. What do you think? Let me know down below. And if you want to make another one, I mean, I'm going to be making another one because this is a prototype. I found forest green in my clay that I have not opened yet, so I'm going to probably use that. I mean, this wreath is a really pretty color still, so at least I know it didn't change color in the stove, while it was curing. And it's still kind of flimsy, so I mean, if a kid came along and it would break, but I think this is gorgeous. Some of the gray, or not gray, but the silver ran down too. So definitely have to make sure everything's completely 100% dry. But I might be able to find a little, like, I don't know. Maybe I just make the name tags at a different time, while I'm making all little pieces. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I like the fact that when I do make this, the star is sticking out. I love this color for the star. So I'm going to have to get some more yellow. I think that's sunshine yellow. But what I really love to do when I'm creating something like this is I like to be able to create it with the family in mind, because then it kind of comes out in their style in a way, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping that maybe, might have to do a few tweaks here and there, but that's okay. I think this is perfect. Yep, we're going to have to make another prototype and see if we actually spray it. We might not have to spray it, but it's also not completely dry either. Not 100%. It was outside for a while, but it's cold out there, so it's not going to dry completely. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe figure out a different way of the name. We'll have to play and find out, right? So until the next video, drink your water. Stay hydrated and come back. Come back and play and leave your comments down below. I would love to make a really nice community here. Bye for now.